Today, I attempted to survive 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. This is a challenge that a lot of YouTubers have done before, but I have to believe that I'm different, otherwise I won't be. Without further ado, let's get right into this. This world started off as any other world does, with wood, and then stone, and then tools, and then searching for a cave. Yep, food was involved too. All the normal things. I did find some resources, although I couldn't really find a proper cave, and by the time it was getting close to night, I just killed a few sheep, made a bed, and realized, wait a minute, there's a village very close, I'll go sleep there. So I ran to the village, and I slept in the village. On day 2, I left the confines of the village and ran over to a cherry grove, where I immediately started picking up some of that sweet purplish pink wood. Oh right, I also found this gigantic cave, went down into it, and mined up a ton of iron. On day 3, my iron was done smelting, which meant I can make full iron armor, which felt pretty good. Oh right, the shield, I forgot about that. Ah well, who cares. After that, I just mined up some other ores like lapis lazuli and gold. Because honestly, you can never have enough gold, especially when it comes to those stingy piglins. Oh, I hate dealing with them. After that, I just returned to the surface, and I went around the village seeing if there was anything I could do, like gathering up a ton of hay bales, which yes, I actually indeed did do, because hay bales are life. And then I thought, I should really be selling these hay bales to a farmer, but I'll work on that tomorrow. Today was a day of spelunking, or cave exploration, for all of you peasants who don't know big words because your minds are still in kindergarten despite the fact that your bodies are in high school, or more. What I meant to say is, I found my first diamonds today. That was pretty cool. I mean, day 4 and I've already got a single diamond? That's basically like being Bill Gates, Elon Musk. I'm basically Bruce Wayne at this point. All I need now is a stupid suit and a weird utility belt. Remember those hay bales from the other day? Yeah, well, it's finally time to sell them. My first order of business was making a composter, and I made a little farm to go along with it. Honestly, if I'm gonna make a farmer, I might as well give the farmer a farm so the farmer can farm. Yeah, okay, we're done with the farm thing. I sold my wheat to the farmer and got some emeralds for it. I was pretty happy about that because, you know, money is great even when I am sick. And aside from that, I just went around trying to get food and trying to spend the rest of my day productively. I will have to go back down to the caves just to get more diamonds, but it's fine, I could do that another time. On day 6, I went back down to the mines. I kind of want to find diamonds early this time, that way I don't have to worry about dying, because if I have diamond armor and I enchant it, I'll probably be fine. No promises though. Sadly, however, I could not find any diamonds. I did find this big cave, and that big cave will probably come in pretty handy later on, but not yet. After that, I wasn't really sure what to do. I did find iron in the cave, so I just smelted my iron, and by the time I was done smelting my iron, it was already time to go to sleep. On day 7, I went back down to the cave, and let me tell you, it was a lot more successful than last time. Now, the big cave that I found yesterday is not actually all that big. In fact, I was a little bit disappointed, but that doesn't mean that it's useless. It still has ores, and it leads to a slightly deeper cave, even if that deeper cave is very small. But that deeper cave still has ores. I found diamonds, I found gold, I found iron. In fact, I found so many ores that I lost track of time, and I had to sleep down the cave. Day 8 was another day I spent down in the mines, and you already know, once I'm in the mines, I need my ores. Iron, gold, strip mining for diamonds, dive mining for redstone. Oh wait, I didn't get redstone. Sorry, who gets redstone in caves? Like, look, I'm not mumbo jumbo over here, okay? I'm not doing all that stuff. I don't need redstone. When's the last time you used redstone in a survival world? Like, nobody's doing that. Or maybe I just don't know how redstone works. Day 9 started with a bit of a scare. I was just dive mining like an innocent Minecraftian, and I came across the deep dark. And a shrieker, literally right over me. I triggered that shrieker 3 times. If I had done it one more time, I would have had a warden spawning inside of my little dive mine. That was pretty terrifying. I got out of it alive. You know, dive mining is just one of those things that's absolutely and completely miserable unless you're finding diamonds, which thankfully I did. Now, it wasn't a ton of diamonds, but it was certainly a lot more than it could have been, because it could have been 0 like that other day. What I'm trying to say is this was a pretty successful mining day. Now tomorrow, I think I'm just gonna go back up to the surface. Time to get out of this awful mine and see exactly where I am. I don't think I'm anywhere close to my original village. And I ran into an Enderman. The Enderman apparently had no ball. Sadly, I wanted the ball. I got back up to the surface and I was actually pretty close to my village. So guess what I did? I just, ran home and made the jump and went to sleep. I did put some iron up to smelt, so I'll get that tomorrow. On day 12, I wasn't really sure what to do, so I just gathered up my smelted iron and I went out to explore. Exploring involved finding a pillager patrol and running around and literally trolling all of them before I killed them and got an ominous bottle. I could use that later. It's like the Mystery Mouse tool. Disney, please don't sue me. Exploring also involved killing pigs for food and for pleasure, and finding a new village. It's so big, and it looks so nice, and it's way better than my old village. I'm so happy I found it. Maybe tomorrow I'll get acquainted with the villagers, and by acquainted, you know what I mean. On day 13, I decided that, yes, I do have my dream village now, and it looks beautiful, and I love the landscape, but I need my own place. I can't just keep sleeping in this villager's house. Well, I probably could. I tried that last time. It didn't really end so well. Anyways, I went to terraforming. At first, I was just going to start building my castle, but then I went, nah, I can't really do that until I terraform, so then I terraformed. And terraforming took literally all day, so maybe tomorrow I'll build my castle, but I'll probably just come up with something else. Also, the villager took my bed, so I took the villager's bed. I think that's fair. Yesterday, I did a ton of terraforming. Today, I can start to build my castle. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to look like yet, but I do have some ideas. One of my ideas is just to make everything interconnected. There's going to be 4 towers. The front towers will be smaller than the back towers. That's the basic idea I have in my mind right now. Not really sure what exactly it's going to look like, but I guess we'll find out. And as much as I didn't want to, I still had to do a little bit of terraforming today. This dirt has got to go, and my castle will look beautiful once it's finished. Maybe tomorrow I'll work on something else. On day 15, I know I was supposed to do something different, but sadly, we're just back to terraforming. Okay, it wasn't all terraforming, alright? I did build some layers of my castle. By some layers, I mean like half of the floor. This is going to be a huge project, and I'm just not ready to even begin yet. I tried. I really did try. I also killed an iron golem because there's like 12 of them in the village. I don't know where they're coming from. I think the villagers are doing something nefarious, but I can't prove it. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to make an iron farm, but not yet. Not yet. I got to build my castle first. On day 16, guess what I did? You'll never guess. Ready? Terraforming and trying to build my castle. You'd think I would be bored of it by now, but apparently I'm not, because otherwise I would not have spent nearly the entire day trying to terraform and build up the base layer of my castle. Yeah, it's going to be a huge castle. I'm going to need way more Deepslate, which means one of these days I'm going to go caving. And you already know I used up as much Deepslate as I possibly could. And I got some sugarcane planted around just because I have to at least pretend I'm progressing, instead of just terraforming this entire time. On day 17, I was finally done with my stupid terraforming and trying to make the base of my castle. So I went to the caves and I got diamonds. No, I'm kidding, I didn't. I just went and I terraformed somewhere else, because now I'm going to try to make an iron farm. I know, what has gotten into me? I hate making farms, I hate terraforming, and I hate building. I don't want to do this anymore, but yet I'm a slave to my own ambition. I need iron, I need my castle, and I don't want to go down into a cave. I'm afraid, remember what happened last time? Alright, no more terraforming today. Today, we go out to look for a cave. Actually, before finding a cave, I found a lava pool, so I decided, you know what, it's time to make a nether portal. So I made a nether portal. No, I did not go into the nether, but I just have that nether portal. The rest is now obsidian. Also, I found a bunch of pigs, and I got a bunch of food. Then, finally, I found a cave, but at that point in time, I had wasted so much of the day getting food and making a nether portal that it was already time to sleep. Day 19, I went down into the cave. This proved to be a little bit dangerous. My first encounter was with a skeleton, but I kept my cool and I stayed alive. Then I went down into the deeper cave and I found diamonds. I was so happy about the diamonds that I almost didn't realize that there were a bunch of mobs around. No, 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 don't worry. I handled the mobs. I'm not that dumb. I'm not gonna just die to a creeper the same way I did last time. It didn't happen, okay? I'm just dive mining right now. Found more diamonds. We'll see how many I can get tomorrow. I think I'll do this for a little while, and then we can go back to the surface and maybe go to the Nether. On day 20, all I did was dive mine. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Why are you still watching this? I was just dive mining. That's it. Just dive mining. Took me a long time before I found anything. Just dive mining. I'm still dive mining. I'm just sitting here right now dive mining. I'm looking at my keyboard and I'm just pressing W and I'm pressing the left click. I'm just dive mining. Why are you still here? You think I found diamonds? Who finds diamonds? I don't find diamonds. Alright, fine. I found some diamonds. Alright, there. I found some diamonds. Okay, now it was worth your time. Day 21. Alrighty, time to get back up to the surface. First, I had to smelt up my iron to make room for Deepslate because I have to build my castle out of Deepslate. So I need Deepslate to make my castle out of Never mind. Anyway, I found a cave while I was digging up and I actually almost died. Yeah, I was like super close. I was literally like about to die. I was like already trying to imagine how I was going to tell people I died. And I survived because I actually have gotten better at this game. I know, it's shocking. It surprised me too sometimes. After that, I found another cave, but this time I was a lot more careful. Found a little bit of gold, it didn't really matter, and I finally made my way back up to the surface. Once at the surface, I actually almost died again. I think if I was like 2 or 3 blocks closer to the creeper, I would have died, but hey, I got back home to my villager house. I hope my villagers didn't die while I was gone. That would be very sad. Alas, poor miserable me. I cannot run from my destiny of terraforming and placing blocks, of mining dirt and mining rocks. I look down upon my village, of which I am in charge, and realize that this castle is a little bit too large. So many blocks placed, and so many yet to go. And although I have a village, I do the work alone. But now I can't go back, for I must go on. And the castle is not finished, so the work is not done. Today is not what I would call a productive day in this hardcore world. Well, I mean, it could be productive depending on how you spin it. I went out to get food, and for the most part, just leather. I need leather for bookshelves because it's time to start getting those enchanted books. I have enough diamonds for diamond armor. I have enough diamonds for diamond armor and diamond armor again. So I just need books at this point. And what I really need is mending. I love mending and protection. I probably could have used protection. Actually, I think your father could have used protection. Today, it's time to do something new. The first trade I got was protection 4, but it was just so many emeralds that I broke the lectern. No, I just broke it by accident. I didn't realize it was that guy's lectern. Anyways, I did get mending, so I think that'll make up for it. Mending, perhaps, is more important than protection 4. Perhaps. I also need an enchanting table, so I had to make some diamond gear and a diamond pickaxe and go mine up obsidian. I'm not going to wear the diamond gear yet, just like I'm not really going to use the diamond tools, but it's good to have them anyway. Day 25. We're already 1/4 of the way to 100 days. Today was supposed to be a day of celebration. Instead, it started raining, and I was very sad. But that would not stop me at all, so I started mining up logs, making sticks, and trading them for emeralds. Also, I found an egg on the ground, threw it, and got lucky with a chicken. I celebrated by killing the chicken. After making an enchantment table, I noticed I didn't have 10 obsidian anymore, so I went and mined up a few more obsidian. By this time, it was actually almost time to sleep, so I'll have to worry about the bookcases another day. Overall, I would say this day was kind of successful. Today was mending day. By mending day, I mean I got 1 book of mending. That's how it works. Every day you get a book of mending, and then you cry yourself to sleep that night because you didn't do anything else. It's all about those emeralds on day 27. Seriously though, it's time for me to start stacking up on emeralds, buying all the mending books I need, and to get some better gear because this iron armor and iron tools are just not doing very well for me. Oh right, I also have to get leather so I can make more books and more bookcases so I can finally actually enchant, and I need to find a way to get more levels. Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do. Today was interesting because I spent most of it mining clay. I never even intended to mine clay, but I mined clay anyway. 4 weeks into this challenge already, and I'm feeling pretty good. Now, pretty good doesn't mean that I have any semblance of perfect armor, but it does mean that now I have 4 mending books, and I'm still getting all of that cash. I need to focus on my iron farm one of these days, but just not today. Do I really have to focus on it today? I don't want to focus on it today, so instead I'll go to the Nether and mine up Nether quartz so I can get more levels, so that eventually when I have enough bookcases, I'll be able to enchant all of my armor. Hopefully I get some protection 4, but I'll be honest, I'm not really counting on it. Alright, today I'm getting those bookcases. I've already got 3, I only need 12 more for a full enchant. I only need 36 leather. That's it. I only need 36 books. That's easy to get, right? Right? Well, if I could find cows and horses, it would be easy to get, but I can't find cows and horses, so it's not easy to get. And now I go to make my iron farm, and I realize that I have to use up like an entire shovel just to make the iron farm, and I have to use up more iron that I don't have because I have to make the iron farm, and I don't have the bookcases. What am I gonna do? I have to go back down to the caves to get more iron so I can make an iron farm? Alright, time to finish that iron farm today. This iron farm is going to be much better than the iron farm in my last world, because it's already day 30, and if I don't die today, then I survived longer than I did in my last world. So let's just hope I don't die today, doing something as mundane as making an iron farm. It's not possible for me to die, right? Not even when I'm going around searching for lava late at night, because I already messed up and I forgot that I need to add lava earlier. Not even when I realize that this lava is incorrectly placed, and somehow, someway, I'm going to need to fix this again. You know, I have never seen day 31 in a hardcore world before, but here we are. We are on day 31 in a hardcore world. Time to go make that iron farm. I tried, okay? I tried. I really tried to focus on the iron farm, but there's just one problem. I need to get villagers into the iron farm, and I don't know if I have enough villagers to actually make the iron farm run. Also, I'm worried I put it too far away from my village, and that means it won't always be operating, which is a very bad thing. So I think I just made a lot of mistakes, and I'll have to rectify them, but I'm not really sure how. I don't know what I was doing today. Day 31, I must have just been so happy that I was still alive that I did absolutely nothing. Tomorrow, I'm going to take my diamond armor, go down to the caves, and get a bunch of resources. Alright, no more of this stupid iron farm building, no more of this stupid trading for mending, no more of this stupid trying to get bookcases. It's time to go back to the mines and go get ores. I put on my diamond armor, and I was ready to go. I did find a lot of diamonds, but I almost died. A lot. Kind of funny because going into this day, I just kind of felt like I was going to die today, and it's a terrible feeling when you just feel like you're going to die and you're going to lose your hardcore world. Thankfully, I didn't. Spoiler alert, I didn't die today. So instead, I just had to face off against every single mob in this known universe, and I nearly died many times, but I kept my cool and I survived, which means I'm actually getting better at the game. Day 33 was a day of caving. I went back to that spawner I nearly died at the day before, and I lit it up because I'm going to use it as an XP farm. I just don't know when. I need it, just not right now. I'm dive mining at the place for diamonds, even though what I really need is iron. So basically, I'm being a greedy little idiot just because I'm in love with diamonds. Like, literally, I'm in love with diamonds. I don't think you guys even understand how much I love diamonds. I went into a slightly higher up cave looking for iron, but I couldn't find any, and it was already getting late. All I could really find was coal and copper, and don't get me wrong, I love coal and copper. Sometimes, in the right context, but not when I'm looking for iron. What's better than waking up on Christmas morning and going to get your presents under the tree? I'll tell you what, finding iron when you wake up, when you've been searching for it your entire career. I do have to find my way back up to the surface now, but whatever, I found iron. I mean, does it even matter at this point? Anyway, when I got back up to the surface, I tried to fix my iron farm. By fix, I mean actually finish it. I did not finish it. I am still a failure. My parents are probably going to kick me out of their house. Day 35. Still got a roof over my head. Let's go finish that iron farm. Okay, when I say finish, I mean I'm procrastinating again. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing with this iron farm before I get the villagers inside, but until I get the villagers inside, it's certainly not going to function. So maybe I'll just work on it a little bit and pretend that I worked on it and tell everyone, hey, I worked on this iron farm without actually doing anything productive whatsoever. And when I'm done with that, I might as well go and build up my castle a little bit. Yay, now the towers have 3 separate layers. It looks great. I think my tower's coming along very nicely. My castle is great. I'm gonna just sleep with the villagers again. I started off the day by killing 2 iron golems. You know, every single time I'm killing iron golems, I'm worried irrationally that they're gonna reach up and just hit me. I know I'm 3 blocks up and they can't do it. I'm just worried, okay? It worries me. I'm like over a third of the way through 100 days in hardcore Minecraft, so of course I'm worried about it. I also tried to fix my iron farm, and by fix I mean finally finish it, and oh my gosh does it take a long time. Now I did get 1 villager in, and that villager did claim a bed, so I guess we're 1/3 of the way there. Alright, I'm finishing that iron farm today. The only thing that'll stop me is death. Now, it's probably best if you don't know at this point that I did not finish the iron farm today, because that would probably lead you to believe that I died, but I didn't die. Don't worry, I didn't die. I would never die on you like that. I have to finish 100 days. 100 days of this. Alluring villagers to my iron farm with a lectern. I'm going crazy. Especially when they don't accept the job and they let me do it tomorrow instead. Because I have to go to sleep. Because it's nighttime. And I tamed a cat. Yeah, that's how day 38's going right now. I tamed a cat. I love cats. I absolutely love cats, and now I have a cat of my own. I finished it. After having a mental breakdown yesterday, I actually finished the iron farm today, and I've got to tell you, I'm pretty happy with it. It works. That's about all I can say. The iron farm works. That's all I want. I just want it to work. Now I can finally focus on other projects. It's been 38 days, and I haven't even gone to the Nether. I promised you an interesting day today, and I will deliver. This day was, in fact, very interesting. First, I got my diamond armor on, and then I went to the Nether. I traded all of my gold away to the piglins, and this piglin gave me a few potions of fire res, which I was very happy about. There's also a wart forest, like, right near my portal, and oh my gosh, you should have seen my... Oh, right, I'm faceless. Forgot about that. Just scratch that. I got 3 pearls from killing Enderman, and then I went back to the overworld, and I quickly checked on my iron farm, which is working perfectly, before I went back to sleep with the villagers yet again. Right back to the Nether on day 40. You know, I can't even believe that I'm already 4/10 of the way to 100 days. I'm feeling really confident now. If I don't mess up terribly, I should be able to complete these 100 days. Then again, I usually mess up terribly, and there is still a lot to do, so time to get pearls. These pearls are very good pearls. You want to know why? Because they are pearls. Every pearl is a good pearl. I prefer the ender balls ones, but, you know, if you want to use the villager trading ones, that's up to you. I do prefer to harvest them straight from the source, and I do think it's a bit more authentic that way, but I'm not going to judge you. Oh yeah, I also found a fortress. This is literally the perfect world. It's perfect in every way. I really hope I don't die stupidly. That can't happen, right? Right? That didn't happen today. Okay, oh my gosh, I had a heart attack for a minute. It didn't happen today. Good news, everyone, I got to sleep safely. If you've ever watched my long-form videos, you know what the ball harvest is. So today, I went back to the Nether, and I performed the ball harvest 2.0. Since I've already got some of the pearls from the past 2 days, I just need to get 8. That's it. 8 pearls, and then I can have my OCD be happy that I have 16 on the dot. I also explored the fortress a little bit, and by explored, I mean I just went inside and got the achievement, A Terrible Fortress, and I got my 16 pearls. I had them all, which means now I might have to start enchanting. Tomorrow I'll either enchant, go to the fortress, or bum around for a while trying to do something and ultimately doing absolutely nothing. Did you know that if you leave your cat out, it'll bring you a present in the morning? Today I got Phantom Membrane. I was so happy to get some Phantom Membrane. So happy, in fact, that I nearly died to a creeper because I did not notice it was behind me. I'm serious. I could have actually died today, and I would never have even seen my killer. Aside from that, I just went out and decided that I'm not going to the Nether. That creeper's a bad omen. A very, very bad omen. And I am not going to risk going to the Nether when I've got a bad omen over my head. It's kind of like the old raids. You don't go to a village when you got a bad omen. So instead, I mined up a bunch of clay, came back, traded it for a bookcase, and then I went to sleep. I started off the day in the best way possible. Money! Oh, I love money. Oh, I love money so much. Give me those emeralds. I want more emeralds. Then I went to the Nether, because that's exactly what happens to you when you love money too much. You go straight to hell. So just keep that in mind. Also, I only had 15 ender pearls, and you know my OCD is not going to be doing that. So I got my 16th ender pearl. let's go. I explored the fortress a little bit too, and it's kind of dangerous. I don't really know where the spawner is, and I really would like to make sure I have Prot 4 armor before I explore the fortress. Otherwise, I'm probably going to die somehow just through sheer idiocy. On day 44, I went where no man has ever gone before. Clay mining. Yeah, it's not so interesting, I suppose. And after mining up so much clay I could barely even fit it into my pockets, I traded it all away for emeralds. And with those emeralds, I got more bookshelves, and I finally set up my enchanting table. It looks terrible. I know it looks terrible, but it gets me to level 30, and that's all I really am looking for. I got Prot 4 on the first try. Now, the other enchantments were not quite as good, but look, I'll take it. I'll take that, okay? I am not going to complain. Now that I am a little bit more protected, I think I can go to the Nether and fight blazes. Alright, time to go get those blaze rods and prepare myself to defeat the Ender Dragon. Okay, I don't need to fight the dragon yet. We're only on day 45, but like at the same time, I'm still going to go get blaze rods. With my Prot 4 chestplate, I might not be perfectly safe, but let's be honest, I'm not going to get much more safe until I've already gotten the XP to trade with villagers and get all of the armor I need, so I might as well just get all the rods now, and it wasn't that hard to get rods. Honestly, the fire res basically saves me from all damage, except for when it runs out and I'm just kind of stupidly standing there like, why am I on fire? It's probably how the cavemen felt. After getting more than enough rods, I returned to the overworld and I went to sleep. It was a pretty productive day. Today, after getting all my blaze rods yesterday, I just wanted to have a kind of chill day. So I went out to get some wool because I need to make some villagers' beds so that I don't have to steal a villager's bed every single night. Also, I'm using all diamond tools now. I think I'm done with all the iron. I'm going to level up everything. I'm going to get all my mending. I'm going to get all my unbreaking, prot, sharpness, everything. But for today, I'm just gonna hollow out a little hole in the mountain and put beds down for the villagers. Now they can sleep. I'm sure the villagers will be very happy. I started the day by trying to enchant my sword, and I got Smite 4. I am not getting Smite 4, so I'll just waste a level. The entire day I was trying to make an armorer and trade iron for emeralds, but for some reason this armorer, no matter how much I level it up, will not give me emeralds for iron. I don't know why. I just mined up a ton of clay because I know that'll get me emeralds tomorrow from the stonemason. And then in the dead of night, with a creeper beside me, I enchanted my sword with fire aspect 2 and sharpness 3. That's going to get me a lot of food. Day 48 was just so annoying. First, I checked on my iron farm, and it's broken. Completely broken. All of my villagers died. I don't know how that happened, but it did. I guess I just put the boat a little bit too close, but we'll solve that later. I tried to solve it, but instead I got distracted with emeralds, and I'll be honest with you, I think that's a good distraction. I love money. Please give me money. More money. Always just about money. And then I decided to go to the Nether to get Nether wart because I think that will be important. And I went to the fortress and very quickly I found the Nether wart. I mined up every single piece of it. Had a run-in with an Enderman, but I've got diamond armor right now. And that's just not a big deal when you have diamond armor. Enderman stood no chance. And it gave me a ball. Love balls. Wait, if you're asking me why I was running around in circles for the first 2 minutes of this day, it's because I was recording at 2 a.m. and my brain was not all there. But after that, I decided that it's time for money, because nothing is as important as money. Actually, I couldn't get any money, sadly, so I had to resort to trying to fix my iron farm, which is just not going very well. It's just really not going well at all. I need more villagers, and they're not multiplying the way I want them to. I celebrated day 50 by getting a skeleton horse. Yeah, I don't even know what happened. I saw the lightning strike and the skeleton horses, and the skeletons almost killed me. That was pretty surprising, but hey, that's never happened to me before. This is a super cool milestone that I never even thought I'd reach. Aside from that, I tried to get the villagers to breed, but apparently they don't want to. Maybe it's because I was watching them. Maybe it's not because I was watching them. Maybe it's because I should have watched them. Then I went out to get food, and I got a little bit of food. I guess I also got a zombie into my iron farm, so when I eventually get the third villager in there, the iron farm should work. It's time to make some battle preparations today. And by battle preparations, I mean I want to do a raid, but there's one problem. I don't have nearly enough food. Also, I want to do this raid on my iron farm. I know it sounds weird, but I also think they'll be well protected, and well protected villagers means I don't have to worry about pillagers getting loose and trying to kill them. Now, it is pretty close to my village, and that's a little bit worrisome, but I'll have to do my best. After getting a little bit of food, I was ready, but at the same time, it was also pretty late in the day, and raids do take a long time, so I just didn't want to do the raid quite yet. I can do it tomorrow. Also, baby villager in the iron farm, it'll grow up to be my slave. Alright everyone, you know what time it is. It's day 52, which means it's time to do a raid. I'm so excited to do a raid right now. So excited that after I started the raid, that's all I did. I started the raid, and I couldn't find the last guy in the first wave. Ever. The entire day. I even stole a bell and looked around that way. I don't know if he's in a cave. I think he is. I don't know which cave. I can't find the cave. I think he just disappeared. This is why you don't do raids, guys. This is why you just don't do raids. Time to go finish that raid today. By finish that raid, I mean find that last raider of the first wave. Because I couldn't find him yesterday, but I did find him today. That's the good news. The bad news is that I couldn't even finish the second wave because the raid finished. It just expired. So basically, I wasted an ominous bottle on a raid that got me like 5 emeralds. Not even another ominous bottle. No totems. Nothing. I finished today by mining clay because this was an extreme disappointment and I don't even know what I'm going to do now. I should probably just find the stronghold. I started day 54 with money, and I love money. Give me all that money, villager. Then I went caving, because I still need to finish that castle of mine, and for some reason, I just have not been focusing on it at all, and since I need a bunch of Deepslate for that, I need to go mining. I found an average-sized coal vein, and I mined it all up, and fell directly into a cave and nearly died. I'm serious, if that water wasn't there, I might have died. Okay, probably not. I'm probably exaggerating a little bit. And yeah, I didn't really spend that much time in the cave. But hey, I checked earlier and my iron farm is actually working again. So I consider this day an absolute W. On day 55, I felt like exploring a little bit. And I did. But not for long. In fact, I didn't really go that far away from my little base. And by the time I returned home, I had basically gotten nothing done aside from mining up a little bit of clay, which I immediately traded. Oh, right. I forgot. There is now a villager who trades iron for emeralds, which means I am going to be rich. That is, if my iron farm hadn't broken somehow, and if I hadn't spent the rest of the day fixing my iron farm. I hope it works now, but I don't know if it will. Today I wanted to go exploring, but first, money! All the money! After getting all the money I could possibly get, I went exploring, and I didn't really find anything. I'm looking for a pillager outpost so I can get another bottle of bad omen, or I could find a trial chamber, or I guess I could find literally anything, but what I really want is another bottle of bad omen, and sadly I couldn't really find much of anything. I found some sugarcane, and I found some clay. Today was day 57, and I did basically nothing. I wanted to explore, and I did, but I couldn't find anything, and I do mean nothing. The best thing I did all day was kill a few pigs for some pork chops, and that's it. Literally, this world gotta be the most boring world I've ever been in, and I just went back home because there's nothing here for me. Day 58 is what I like to call Money Day, because I made a lot of money today. Oh, I love money so much. You know, I have enough of it so that I really should just start getting some books from villagers, but I actually need to have villagers first, so I'm probably going to need some bookcases. Oh, right, I don't have bookcases. Well, I should probably go get some. But first, let me make sure I can actually trade glass panes with this cartographer. Perfect. Now I'm ready to go disenchant. What am I doing? Oh, I'm re-enchanting and getting even better enchants. You know what? I think that's a pretty good idea. A couple days ago, someone told me, hey, you should build something. And they're right. I should build something. The problem is, I don't have any more Deepslate to build my castle with. So I'm going to rectify that today by getting a bunch of Deepslate. I went Deepslate mining literally all day. I'm talking about literally the entire day. I spent all of it Deepslate mining. Well, going down to a cave, and then Deepslate mining, but I'm sure it's the same thing. I also found a bunch of diamonds, like so many diamonds. That's kind of just what Fortune does. Even if it is only Fortune 2, hey, I don't make the enchantments, okay? Day 60. This is where I died the first time I ever tried this challenge. And I'm not gonna die today, because I'm just gonna be building a castle. Super peaceful castle building. Minecraft ASMR. Just peaceful stuff. Really. I'm literally just building my castle. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Why do you keep expecting something to go wrong? Stop expecting it to go wrong. A creeper will not blow me up. A skeleton will not shoot me. I've got diamond armor anyway. It's not gonna work. I'm just building a castle. And when I'm done for the day building my castle, I'll go to sleep. See, that's what I did. Why are you worrying so much? Go get some anxiety meds. Time to do a few chores today. And by chores, I mean getting myself some money. I love that money. Give me all the emeralds. Because I also need more books. Yeah, I need more books. I just don't have the perfect armor yet, and I don't have the perfect tools, and I would love to have the perfect tools and armor, so I need more books, and that means villagers, which means I'm gonna have to breed them, eventually. I'll do it soon. I mean, this thing is looking really nice so far. I kind of ran out of time today to build it more. Day 62, I wanted to try to build up my castle, but guess what I did instead? Focus on arches that are never going to matter in the first place. I'm focusing on cosmetics, not actually building. So I spend all my time trying to make new arches that don't make any sense, and I must say, I don't know what I was doing wasting this day away when I could have actually been building the towers or building the walls. Day 69, I will look for the stronghold, but it's only day 63 today, so I'm just gonna build more of my castle. I tore down all of the arches I made. Yeah, I just don't like them very much, and I'll fix them eventually, but not right now. Instead, I'm gonna make the doorway. Ooh, pretty doorway. Yeah, I think everything's looking pretty good as long as I fix it back. Alright, everything looks fine for now. Today, I wanted to work on my castle more, so I did. And it went great. But I ran out of blocks. I'm gonna need more Deepslate because for some dumb reason, I decided that I wanted to make my entire castle out of Deepslate. Go figure. I don't think it makes sense either. So day 65, I'm just gonna go get some more materials to work on my castle because it's actually coming along pretty well and I just want to work on it a bit more before I go track down the stronghold and beat the dragon. So we go back to the mines to mine up Deepslate. We happen to find some diamonds along the way because honestly, why wouldn't I find diamonds along the way? Now that I don't need them, I can find them everywhere. Building a castle is actually a very fun process. And by fun, I mean it makes me want to tear all my hair out and jump off a bridge. What I mean to say is that I actually enjoy it very much. Who doesn't love manual labor? And I found out that my castle is asymmetrical, and now I am definitely going to be jumping. I'm going to bed. It's time to work on my castle, but first I have something to show you. Every single time I go to the iron farm and take iron out of it, I also take the poppies and plant them on this little hill. I call it the Poppy Graveyard, and it's a tribute to every iron golem that dies for my sins. Anyways, it's time to fix up these towers. They are all asymmetrical and is driving me crazy because I have OCD and I will not stand for this. It took me all day, but I actually fixed the towers and now they're all symmetrical. I mean, symmetrical to their counterpart, not perfectly symmetrical in and of themselves. But you know what? I'll take it. I am happy with that. After a quick addition to the Poppy Graveyard, I went and worked on my castle a little bit more. It's time to build up those towers and start making the roof. I plan to make it almost like a pyramid, and then I might have a nether portal at the top in a big cube. I just kind of want to do it that way. It'll look like a gem. I did it before on a different world, definitely not in hardcore. But I'm not quite sure yet. This castle is going to take a really long time to build. And tomorrow, I'm going to go find the stronghold in honor of day 69 anyway. So I think this castle building for today looks great. It is really starting to come together, and I'm excited to see the final product. Day 69, you know what that means. It means it's finally time to go search for the stronghold. Now, I'm not going to beat the dragon today. I'll probably wait until day 100 for that, or at least day 99, but I'm definitely going to be searching for the stronghold today. And I'll be honest with you, this took way quicker than I was expecting. The stronghold is actually extremely close to my base. So yeah, I had to just travel back home, and it was already nighttime by then, but in the spirit of day 69, I'm sleeping with the villagers. And no, I don't mean beside them this time, I truly mean I'm sleeping with the villagers. I'm pretty sure you understand now. On day 70, I wanted to try something new, like going to a trial chamber. But the only problem is that I don't have a trial explorer map. So let me rectify that by getting a woodland mansion explorer map. I cannot describe to you how disappointed I was when I saw that it was a Woodland Explorer map and not a Trial Explorer map, but that just means I'm going to have to level up a different cartographer, and I don't really have a ton of villagers, so that's probably going to be pretty hard. But let's start by getting some glass, because if we get sand, smelt it into glass, and then turn it into glass panes, we can get so many emeralds from this cartographer, and I am still coping and hoping it might sell me a Trial Explorer map, because I use so many emeralds on this stupid guy. Since my cartographer won't sell me a Trial Explorer map, I made him go away, permanently, with fire. I might be a pyromaniac. I couldn't possibly build my castle because I don't have anything to build it with. Yes, I'm going to get some other blocks just to make sure it's not boring, like coal blocks and blackstone and obsidian and crying obsidian, but I also really want to do some trial chambers, and I need a cartographer for that. And you know how hard it is to get a cartographer when you have absolutely no natural food to give the villagers so they will not ever make babies? I still really want to complete a trial before I beat the Ender Dragon. And we're on day 72, so that shouldn't be too hard, right? Well, after getting some carrots and giving them to the villagers and making some bread and giving that to the villagers, I realized that I'm going to need to do some farming. Not only am I going to need to do some farming, but I'm going to need a bunch of emeralds. Here's why. After I give them all of that food, they'll be able to breed, and I love watching them breed, but don't tell them that. What I meant to say is, after they make babies, that baby will grow up, be a cartographer, and I'll trade with it emeralds and glass panes, and then it'll give me a Trial Explorer map, and I'll go explore the trials, and I'll get a mace. It's so good, the plan is foolproof. While I wait for my baby villagers to grow up, become cartographers, and enter the slave trade, I need to do something, because I can't just stand around all day. So instead, I went exploring, and I tried this stupid MLG, and no, it didn't work, even though it does insta-mine, so that was kind of weird. I replaced a little bit of my castle with blackstone, and I have to say I do kind of like the look of it. I'm going to probably replace a lot of it with a lot of different blocks. It's probably going to be Deepslate bricks, and it's probably going to be blackstone bricks, and it's also probably going to be obsidian and crying obsidian, just so it looks nice and textured, but I can do that when I actually have those blocks. I'm still waiting for those baby villagers to grow up into cartographers, so today I'm just going to go out and get myself some food, because I need food. Like, I really need food. I keep running out, and I don't have any farms because I'm an idiot and I don't like farming very much. Why won't you grow up? Day 75. We are 3/4 of the way to 100 days. And you know what that means? It means that I'm going to build a monument to Luke the Notable. Yeah, that's basically my project of the day. I'm going to get a bunch of cobblestone, smelt it into regular stone, and then I'm going to build this big statue of Luke the Notable. It's going to be all in stone because he's kind of got a gray skin. But that's going to take a long time to smelt, and in the meantime, one of the baby villagers grew up and is now a cartographer and sells a Woodland Explorer map. But that's fine. Maybe I just have to level it up a bit more, right? Right. Good news, all of my stone is finally done smelting. That means I'm able to go build my Luke the Notable monument. Bad news, I still only have one cartographer, and that cartographer does not sell me a Trial Explorer map. Seriously, if the next one doesn't sell a Trial Explorer map, I'm just giving up on it. Like, I'm just giving up on it. There is no way I'm going to waste even more time trying to get a Trial Explorer map. I'll just go do something else. But today, I mainly was just building my little monument to Luke the Notable. Yes, it's all in stone. Yes, it's going to look a bit like a monolith. But at the same time, I don't know what you expect. Luke the Notable has an all gray skin. He looks like stone. He is rock hard. Day 77 was a long day, and I do mean long. Between trying to level up my new cartographer so I can get a Trial Explorer map, and then trying to build my Luke the Notable statue, and then realizing that I should probably have Prot 4 on all of my armor, oh my gosh, was I busy today. I must have mined up about 300 quartz. Okay, that's definitely an exaggeration, but I just wanted to make sure to get enough levels, and quartz is a great way to get levels since I currently don't have a mob farm. Maybe I'll do that after day 100, since, you know, our goal this time is just to beat the Ender Dragon, and we're already on day 77, which is crazy. We're getting close to 4/5 of the way done. But after mining up all of this quartz and getting enough levels, I went back to the overworld and tried to get Prot 4 on my helmet. And actually, it worked out. I was very happy with that because now I have protection at least 2 on all of my armor and I feel a lot safer. Today I had 2 objectives. 1, get a Trial Explorer map. 2, finish my Luke the Notable monument, because he's the one who inspired me to make this series in the first place, so it's only fitting that I pay a little bit of homage to him. Yes, that's how you pronounce it. I know it's a very weird thing because it's spelled homage, but it's actually pronounced homage. Anyways, after learning that, again, I can't get a freaking Trial Explorer map, I went and I finished my Luke the Notable monument, and honestly, it looks weird, so I have to fix it. And now it looks still weird, but like only slightly better, and I think I'm gonna have to fix that tomorrow. I just hope I can finally get a Trial Explorer map because this is getting annoying. The Poppy Graveyard is growing pretty big. Like, wow, that is a huge graveyard. Also, I finished my Luke the Notable statue. It's alright. It's nothing special, I must say. It's just a stone Minecraft skin. It's not really my best work. I'm sure Luke the Notable would love it. I also wanted to enchant my diamond leggings with protection 4 because they're only at Prot 2 right now, and this actually took me a little while to get the levels, and then it took me an even longer while to actually get Prot 4, but thankfully at the end of the day, I did, and I still can't get a Trial Explorer map, so I don't even know what I'm gonna do next. Now that I've got better armor, and I finished my Luke the Notable statue, and my cartographer still won't sell me a Trial Explorer map, I think it's time to breed some villagers. Breed for me, villagers! After I was done with that, I went back into the caves because I think I want to work on my castle a bit more. I would like to finish it before 100 days are up, but I kind of don't think I'm going to be able to. I mean, I might. I very well might. But in all reality, I probably won't. I also found this giant vein of diamonds, and I got 14 diamonds from it because fortune is a very good thing. Now I have to get back up to the surface. After mining up more Deepslate until I basically filled up my entire inventory with Deepslate and turned it into Deepslate bricks, I went back up to the surface and started working on my castle. It's actually been a long time since I worked on my castle, and I really need to get it done 100 days because we're on day 81 already, and that's just not a lot of time if I really want to get it done, considering I'm fighting the dragon on day 99 or day 100. Whichever one. I don't really know at this point. Alright, time to work on my castle more today. I really need to finish up these towers because, let's be honest, these towers are just not looking very good right now. And honestly, I kind of need to change the design of the towers too because they look kind of strange. Like, literally the entire castle looks strange. Now, that might be because it's all Deepslate bricks right now, aside from literally the entrance. But that's because I just haven't gotten the blocks to fix it yet. And it will have obsidian and blackstone and probably even crying obsidian. Maybe even amethyst. Maybe even concrete powder, but I'm just not doing that yet. I have a structure that I'm building, and then I'll worry about colors and texture later on. Today I expanded the Poppy Graveyard. I think it's a great way to pay tribute to my iron farm, which has been working tirelessly for most of this 100 days run. I also realized that I'm gonna need a lot of food, like a lot of food, and I'm gonna need it pretty fast, and I'm gonna need to get a ton of it, so let me go to new chunks. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna smelt up a bunch of glass so that I can get glass panes, so that hopefully my newest cartographer, when it grows up, will sell me a Trial Explorer map. But here's to hoping. I don't think he's gonna sell it. Day 84. Time to mine up all of that sand that I'm supposed to be mining up so that when my cartographer grows up, yes, I will be able to trade with it. And yes, I will be able to get that Trial Explorer map that has been so elusive in this 100 days. I'll have to brew up a few potions before I go to the end, but we don't have to worry about that right now. Today started with the Poppy Graveyard. That happens quite a lot in this series. After the poppy graveyard, I decided I wanted to brew some potions, but there's a lot of different potions that I want to brew, and I think the best potions to brew are probably slow falling, strength, and I'm not sure about the other one. So leave a comment down below and maybe I'll brew that one next. But afterwards, I saw that my baby villager had grown up, and now I have a new cartographer. And if it doesn't sell me the Trial Explorer map, I will burn down this entire village. Luckily, it sold the Trial Explorer map, and I was pretty excited. Yes! Finally! Oh my god! It is an absolutely monumentous day on day 86 because finally I can go find a trial chambers. This is going to be so awesome. After finding a trial chambers, I had to find the proper place to do a trial. And I did. And I got nothing. Also, I found this giant ruined portal inside the trial chambers. It gave me 3 gold blocks, but that's completely beside the point. And then I did an ominous trial because I found bottles, and I got more nothing. And then I did another one, and I got more nothing. And then I did another one. And guess what? Just guess what? I got more nothing. Yeah, these ominous trials are just not very good at all. Like, I thought I was at least gonna get 1 ominous key. What's it take to give a guy 1 ominous key? Time for some more ominous trials on day 87. I have to say, I think the trick to hardcore Minecraft is just knowing when to run away. Because I was in a pretty bad predicament and I just ran away and blocked myself off. I mean, it's actually not that hard at all. My armor is taking a beating though, and I would love to get some more from this ominous trial chamber. But I can't because for some reason these ominous keys give me nothing but flow banner patterns and a little bit of loot. But it's okay, I'll just do some more and get steak and potatoes. Where are my trial keys? Where is my mace? You know that saying about trial chambers and breezes and bogs? Yeah, me neither, so let's do some more ominous trials today. Honestly, ominous trials are incredibly easy. I don't know why anyone would ever think that they're not. I mean, this is just super simple stuff. I barely even have to try in order to not die. Okay, maybe it's a prop 4 on my armor. Maybe it's the fact that I have good weapons. Nah, it can't be that. It's just the trial chambers are easy. I don't want to leave this place until I have a mace. So I went and I got a heavy core, and yeah, I was a bit excited. Yes! Yes! Heavy core! Mace! Mace! Time to get home on day 89, only 10 days away from finding the end and defeating the Ender Dragon. Oh yeah, I found that room in the trial chambers I was looking for. Yeah, I'm not doing that right now. I've got 1 ominous bottle and I'm saving it for a raid, which I'll probably do tomorrow. It was a very successful journey and I'm extremely happy with what we got. I also need to repair my armor, which, yeah, it takes levels and diamonds. It's not that bad, and I would take that any day over having to re-enchant my armor, which would just be an absolute nightmare. Alright, time to do a raid on day 90. I want to get some totems before the dragon fight, just in case, even though I know I'm not actually going to need them. Now, first we need to start a raid. Then we need to finish the raid. And I can't find any of the raiders. Like, not a single one. Am I doing something wrong? There's no way they all spawned in caves. Like, there's actually no way they all spawned in caves. What in the universe is happening? Alright, I give up on the raid. Instead, I want to finish up my castle. And that means I'm going to need a lot of Deepslate. Look, this castle is not going to be done in 100 days. It's just not. But in all honesty, I don't really care if it's a finished product. I just want to get at least the structure done. Or finishing the raid? You know what? I don't even know what's going on with that. Poppy Graveyard is absolutely massive. Honestly, I'm going to have to build a structure to the Poppy Graveyard, but not yet because I need to finish up my castle. Yeah, this is very, very redundant. I just have to keep going around in circles. Or more like rectangles, placing blocks. And let's be honest, it's going to take all day. And when I return to my village, all of my villagers were zombies. I cannot describe to you in that moment how sad I was. I'm serious, I'm not even kidding. The amount of sadness I feel over my villagers becoming zombies is just insane. At least I still have the ones in the iron farm, so I will be able to rebuild, but this sets me back such a long way, and I'm gonna miss those villagers. I know, I'm being sentimental, but my poor villagers, what have you done? Day 93. Honestly, I'm surprised I've even gotten this far. I have one villager remaining, plus the ones in my iron farm. So now it's time to rebuild. This is going to take an extremely long time because, honestly, I'm not entirely sure how villagers breed. I know that they have to have beds and I know that they have to have food, but like, aside from that, yeah, I'm not really sure. Okay, I'm ruining the iron farm, but I have so much of it, it's not really a big deal, especially because we're literally fighting the Ender Dragon in like a week. I need a new pickaxe, which means I need to get some levels, which means I am going to the Nether. Now, this Nether expedition is going to be slightly different because I'm going to make a tiny XP farm. It's basically the most basic XP farm you can possibly make. You hit a zombie piglin, they come to you, and then boom, you're getting XP. Now, you do have to be careful while doing this, otherwise, well, this can happen. But it's alright, because one brush with death, I've had a lot of those in these 100 days. It's not like I'm gonna have another one of those, right? Right? Yeah. Day 94, I died. Gosh, I wanna cry. Well, I'm dead. I once again failed to survive 100 days in hardcore Minecraft, but you know what? It was actually a pretty great world. I made this giant castle, and I love it. I really do love it. It doesn't look perfect, but I like it a lot, and it took me a long time to build. And I have my Luke the Notable statue, and I have my iron farm, which I can't actually see because the chunk wasn't loaded when I died. And I have everything in this entire village, and you know what? It was a great world. No, I didn't beat the Ender Dragon, and no, I did not survive 100 days, but it's okay, because I'm just gonna start a new world and do it all over again. And this time, I will survive 100 days. So stick around for that. Thank you for watching this series all the way through.